sometimes it can be a little fighty between different fan bases just because they think, well, this person got this opportunity and the person that I like didn't.
Well, this can't be true, but I guess Miranda did take Jennette's spotlight somehow. Hey guys, welcome back to your center of guilty pleasure, Celeb Spills. In today's video, we are going to tell you about a blast from the past. This mainly concerns McCurdy. We can't say for Miranda much. Miranda Cosgrove and Jennette McCurdy play Carly Shay and Sam Puckett, two best friends who establish a hit web show together on the hit Nickelodeon sitcom Icarly. The show was a huge hit, and after 6 seasons, viewers were disappointed to see it come to an end. Fans had grown to enjoy Cosgrove, McCurdy, and other stars Nathan Kress and Jerry Traynor, and many tuned in just to see the co-stars' fantastic chemistry. While the original series ended in 2012, a relaunch was announced for 2020, with Cosgrove, Kress, and Traynor all expected to return to their respective roles via Newsweek. Notably, McCurdy is not expected to return to the show, leading to rumors that the two former co-stars are feuding. However, given McCurdy's statements about how much she hated being on iCarly, it appears that there are deeper issues at play, given that Cosgrove and McCurdy appeared to be good friends in the past, but McCurdy isn't returning for the iCarly relaunch. Many fans are questioning where their friendship stands. Continue watching to find out what we know about the former co-stars' friendship. Miranda Cosgrove and Jennette McCurdy portrayed closest friends on screen when they first started filming iCarly together in 2007. As it turned out, their on-screen friendship spilled over into real life, and the two became friends outside of the show. Despite the fact that the show ended in 2012, Cosgrove and McCurdy maintained their connection for many years. Cosgrove discussed her best friend McCurdy in a 2018 interview. "We live really close to each other. We have sleepovers all the time, like I literally see her every other day."
But my best friend is Jennette McCurdy, who was on iCarly with me, and we live really close to each other, and we have sleepovers all the time, and I literally see her every other day.
Cosgrove said of her former co-star, "It was so fun being best friends with Jennette and getting to travel all over and get to go through something like that with your best friend. It was really fun."
With iCarly, it was so fun being best friends with Jennette and getting to travel all over and, get to go through something like that with your best friend. It was really fun.
McCurdy, it turns out, felt the same way about Cosgrove. In 2017, the actress tweeted a cute photo of herself and Cosgrove standing at Tokyo's Disney World. "I wouldn't trade it for anything. Never, no, never. Your friendship is the best present ever, Tigger." McCurdy used a statement from the beloved Winnie the Pooh character in this caption. Cosgrove and McCurdy clearly maintained a strong friendship after iCarly ended. What occurred after the relaunch was announced, though? Maybe this is not related to Cosgrove, but McCurdy does hate being on television as an actor. Since she had already mentioned how much she hates the show, people knew that her chances of coming back in the reboot are slim. "My experience with acting is, I'm so ashamed of the parts that I've done in the past. I resent my career in a lot of ways," McCurdy explained during an episode of her podcast, Empty Inside with Jennette McCurdy.
Experience with acting is I'm so ashamed of the parts that I've done in the past. I resent my career in a lot of ways. I think I feel so unfulfilled by the roles that I played and felt like it was the most just cheesy, embarrassing.
The star went on to describe how embarrassing it was for her to be on the show, which adds to her not-so-fond memories. "I did the shows that I was on from 13 to 21, and by 15, I was already embarrassed."
I did the shows that I was on from 13 to 21, and by 15, I was already embarrassed.
"My friends at 15 weren't like, 'Ooh, cool, you're on this Nickelodeon show.' It was embarrassing."
My friends at 15 weren't watching this show. They're not "Oh, cool, you're on this Nickelodeon show." It was embarrassing.
Despite the fact that she did not like her time on the show, McCurdy did point out the nice aspect, the friendships. "I made great friends, but beyond that, it was just an embarrassing stain on my life that everybody knows me for." Despite the fact that she doesn't identify anyone, it's easy to conclude that one of her wonderful friends was Cosgrove. But she does say one other thing that is entirely opposite to what she said earlier about being best friends when you spend a lot of time together. There is certainly like a friend dynamic, but then once you're around that person for, Carly, Sam, and Kat, once we didn't have child labor laws, we could work like 16 hours a day, so you are around these people constantly. And it's just natural that you're going to have ups and downs.
I think that there's certainly like a friend dynamic, but then once you're around that person for Icarly and Sam and Kat, once we could, we didn't have child labor laws, we could work like 16 hours a day, so you're around these people constantly, and it's just natural that you're gonna have ups and downs.
She added. But you bond so much and you're so close that you can't go through that experience, and I can't imagine a world where you would not come out extreme friends. I have bonds with both former co-star Miranda Cosgrove and Ariana that are impenetrable.
Bond so much and you're so close that you can't go through that experience, and I can't imagine a world where you would not come out, extreme friends. I have bonds with both Miranda and Ariana that are like impenetrable.
What she said was about Ariana, and obviously she didn't have a better relationship with her, but as Cosgrove was concerned, McCurdy has never said a bad thing except a few years of silence. Miranda Cosgrove and Jennette McCurdy were undoubtedly good friends at one time, but their present relationship status is murky. The last time Cosgrove mentioned McCurdy was in a pair of Instagram postings in 2018. Cosgrove commemorated McCurdy's golden birthday with a lovely throwback photo in a June 2018 post. Returning of Cosgrove and not McCurdy also sparked some news, like it was always Carly who was the lead of the show and not Sam. No matter whatever she does, Carly would always be the main character, and Sam being the supporting actress. Later, when the Sam and Kat show released, it was once said the show would have Sam as the only lead character, but then Ariana took lead over the show and her spotlight. This affected McCurdy as she knew she deserved better. I was like, I deserve more. I didn't even want to do music like pop star things. So I don't know why I was comparing myself to that person, she said. But seeing your movie, My Girlfriend's Boyfriend, was really helpful to process the bitterness and jealousy and wondering why it is there. Later, when McCurdy was not seen in the iCarly reboot, Cosgrove was disappointed that McCurdy would not be a part of the show, but she fully supported her decision. We all called her separately, and we really wanted her to be a part of it. But at the same time, I'm happy for her because I know that her life has taken her in a different direction and that she's really enjoying what she's doing right now, she says. So I think we all kind of did what we were probably meant to do. McCurdy spoke with Anna Faris about her experience as a child star and why she left the industry in the February 24th episode of her Fish Out of Water podcast. But it wouldn't fade out the fact that McCurdy has got most of her fame from iCarly. So what's your take on this matter? Tell us in the comments. If you want to see our upcoming videos, ring the bell icon and don't forget to like our video as well. That's all from my side. Thanks for watching.